And we're going to be heading into this little bit of a lane swap right here. And see how this goes. Pretty standard stuff so far. We have both teams taking out the turrets as expected. Crash here. Jumping over the wall into the dragon pit. And that's going to be about it. So nothing too terribly exciting at the moment. Fixing a little bit of a mic issue right now for DoA. Welcome back. Nope. Nope. we'll be getting DoA back in just a minute. In the meantime, you can listen to me solo cast, which I'm sure what you wanted anyway. DoA is merely a distraction to the beauty of lane swaps. Even though this one isn't particularly exciting so far. DoA's trying to get the talk into my mic, but it's not going to work, DoA. And Rift Herald will be taken by the LCK Freaks. Not sure about this one, as they are going to make it pretty late into that bottom side. We'll see where exactly this this buff goes, whether Lyra is going to take it or not, and who is going to actually get it in the end, we'll never know. I'm going to assume it was Lyra. I will assume that, though. That's what happens when I don't actually get to see who stands on the buff at the end. And now back to pushing turrets, what you guys all came here to watch. The most exciting aspect of League of Legends these days. Perfectly symmetrical lane swaps. Now, Sivir left alone in the bottom side, though. Is going to be pushing slowly forward. Rise going on a trip through the enemy jungle at the moment. And someday DoA will actually have a microphone that is perhaps turned on. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. It doesn't work right now. You know what's great? Not having to listen to talk about Street Sharks or 80s cartoon shows. In fact, we could just enjoy a moment of silence right now. Let's just enjoy the sounds of the game. It's like one of those nature shows. Just turn it off and sit back and relax. Wasn't that peaceful? No memes.
Hey, oh, well, I'm back, but now the buzzing is back, too. Oh.
Why'd you bring the bees, DoA?
I like my cast like I like my women, covered in bees. Thank you, Eddie Izzard. That guy's hilarious, by the way.
He is rather amusing.
Yes. Well, I don't know what's worse, me and a bunch of annoying buzzing, or just you solo casting. I know what you think is probably better, but I'm not interested. Okay, good. We're on the same page.
No. The bees are worse.
Oh, the bees are worse? Oh, well.
You asked what is worse, not what is better. Although I'm glad we agree.
It's okay. I'm sending a message about this.
Smoke signals from the desk, please help.
Yep.
Bees are everywhere.
I can't believe they just changed my headset when it was happening in both our ears. This clearly isn't the issue.
I think it might be an issue with the soundboard here for the mic.
I think it's definitely an issue with our technology here. Let's just fix it ourselves, you know?
Okay.
We'll just go.
Let's just take our headsets off and
let's
not
just
cast.
start twisting knobs. I do randomly. This is what it's like to cast League of Legends inside of a Tesla coil.
I was going to say a hornet's nest. It's much more exciting that way. Although we'd probably be panicking.
Nest? No, Tesla coils are way more exciting, dude. We could be one of those, you know, we could be like the esports version of that act that like plays heavy metal like between the Tesla coils and there's like lightning shooting off the guitars and stuff. Yeah, have you seen that?
What? No.
It's awesome. They're like in one of those, they basically play inside one of those Faraday cages, you know? But they also have like things that conduct electricity through their guitars and things. I mean, not the usual conducting of electricity through the guitars, which makes the sound go to the amplifier, but I mean making lightning shoot off the top of the guitar.
Wow, how come nobody had that idea previously? People had like 100 years to think of that idea before these guys did.
Well, we never know if somebody tried it and then didn't survive, so. First dragon of the game is going to go to the FenJiH Freaks.
What a delight it is to solo cast. You know, I'm actually the one caster from the previous solo cast, I have actually never solo cast a series of League of Legends. I have in other games, but not of League of Legends. Chobra and DoA were the lucky recipients of solo casts in the past. Be laid back, be like my stream. We just sit here and casually watch the game. The bees are back.
The bees are back. The buzzing. It's not good. But I'm back. I have returned, DoA the Bee Master, to plague your broadcast with my hordes of bees.
Especially
I'm
now.
mad as a hornet, and I'm coming. Whoa! Ixu tried for the
Oh.
flash Q. That did not work.
So, Lord of the Flies sounds pretty scary, but you're the Lord of the Bees?
I'm the
That's
Lord
even
of
better.
the Bees. I'm buzzing with displeasure now.
What are you displeased about? Oh, Lord of the Bees.
The sound of my minions overcomes me. Bees should be seen and not heard.
Well, that's almost never true. So, in fact, usually it's the opposite.
Yeah, I know. I know I am the master of bees overall. One of those days, isn't it? Not SKT versus the Empire goes 3 games, and then the hordes of bees. Fade. Africa versus Longzhu.
I have an interesting story about bees, DoA.
Okay.
So while I was living in New York City, you know, there are people who have bees on their rooftops. They actually
Yes, I know that.
So they have their apiarists that have the beehives where they keep them in the city. And one day in Brooklyn, all of the honey in the beehive started turning red.
What?
And it was very strange, and they were trying to figure out why all of the honey in Brooklyn was turning red, because obviously that's quite disconcerting.
Yeah.
And they figured out that there was a maraschino cherry factory on a nearby island.
Oh.
And there was some runoff. There was like a leak.
Oh, well, there's a dragon being taken right now. It does go to Afrika, but the fight is on.
We see that first blood go over to Coco. He'll be quite happy with that. So back to my story, DoA,
Yeah.
about the bees. The most important part of this broadcast. So it was actually runoff from a maraschino cherry factory, and the bees were collecting the sugar and taking it back to turn into honey, and it was just like food coloring. It was like red food dye.
Well, at least it wasn't dangerous.
It wasn't dangerous at all.
It's cool. Have you ever been stung by a bee?
Yeah, well, I think everybody has.
Not everybody, but most people have.
Well, I suppose our audience are gamers. They probably don't go outside very much, so maybe they
come
haven't.
on. Yeah, all right, Colin Coward. Sure, what else you got for me?
I have tons of stereotypes to throw at you, DoA.
Don't make me go upstairs and get my mom to come after you, because I will. Us e-gamers are a touchy lot.
That's right. You actually moved your entire family to Korea so that you could live in their basement, DoA. I was very impressed by that.
I know, yeah. And finding a basement in Seoul was not easy, let me tell you. It was tough, man. I was stung right between the eyes by a bee once. I was walking through a field in Wisconsin with 2 of my friends, and my friend's little brother stepped in like an underground beehive, and his foot went right through it, and so naturally we got swarmed.
You only got one sting.
Yeah, I ran really fast.
Did you zigzag to confuse them?
No, just pretty much ran in a straight line.
Oh, nice, actually, pillar right there.
Oh,
Holy
that's some
cow!
damage on the Songyu.
Oh! DoA is still here.
Oh, I'm back. Okay. Oh, I'm actually back.
No
and the bus is
bees.
gone. Oh, actually, it's good. Strangely enough.
Wow.
How in the world does that work?
No bees, DoA. Who's Lord of the Bees now?
I've lost my powers. No. I could have taken over the world, but instead I was just casting a game of League of Legends.
Wow, well, you had a good run.
I did.
You managed to annoy tens of thousands of people.
Well, I mean,
But you do that every
what
week.
else is new, right? That's, yeah. Really took the low-hanging fruit on that one, didn't you?
I did. I'm not ashamed of
It's
it
okay.
either.
That's what we bees prefer.
So, flowers, not fruit, DoA.
That's, well, whatever. I mean, the fruit's got to come from somewhere. Got you there.
Touche.
Well, I'm just glad, for the sake of the integrity of esports, that we're back on track, you know? I hate to see an esports broadcast have any hint of not absolute professionalism at all.